Good morning students. Today in science we are going to start chapter 3 synthetic fibers and plastic. Synthetic fibers, it is also known as artificial fibers, or we also used to call it as man-made fibers. Let's first learn how the clothes are made. Students, fibers are used to make clothes. When you will observe a piece of cloth, you will find it is made up of fine threads. We call these threads as fiber. With the help of machines, these threads are woven in different patterns and used to make the clothes. So, now I hope you all able to define fiber. Fibers are fine thread-like strands from which clothes are made. Next, on the basis of the sources from where we obtain fibers, fibers are basically classified into two types: natural fibers and artificial fibers. You all have learned all these things in your earlier classes. Okay. Natural fibers. Natural fibers, by the name itself we can say we get natural fiber from nature, either from plants or from animals. For example, cotton is a natural fiber obtained from plants, and wool and silk are natural fiber obtained from animals. Whereas artificial fibers or synthetic fibers are the man-made fibers prepared by using different chemicals, treatments processed in the industries. Next, what are synthetic fibers? Synthetic fiber is a chain of small units joined together. It is obtained by chemical processing of petrochemicals. Single repeating unit known as monomer. When many such units are joined together, we call it as polymers. So students, actually every fiber is made up of polymer. To understand it, what is polymer in a more better way, let's take an example of bead chain. How a bead chain is made. We are able to make a bead chain when we join many single beads one after other. So we can call that single bead as a single unit, that is monomer, and that chain can be termed as polymer. In the same way, let's take another example of paper clips. When we join many paper clips, we are able to make its chain, and the single clip can be considered as single unit, that is monomer, and the chain can be called as polymer. So, how you will define the polymer? A polymer is a large molecule formed by combination of many small molecules. The small molecules which join together to form a polymer are called monomer. Students, think of any fiber. It is made up of polymer. In case of natural fiber, when fiber come from plants, cellulose is the polymer, and the monomer in cellulose is glucose. When fiber come from animals, protein is the polymer, and the monomer present in it may be any of the amino acid. In case of synthetic fibers, a lot of different polymers can be made into fibers. Fibers are formed when polymer chains are lined up in same direction. Next, there are many synthetic fibers. In this chapter, we will mainly learn 4 of them: rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. Let me show you certain images of few materials made up of these fibers. If you will observe, there is a slight difference in all. It will be more clear in further explanation. Let's first start with rayon. Rayon is the first man-made synthetic fiber. It is also known as artificial silk. To understand rayon, we have to first learn about silk. As I called it, that it is also known as artificial silk. So let's first recall our knowledge about the silk. As you all know, silk is a natural fiber obtained from silkworm, and this technique was first discovered by China. The silk clothes looks very attractive, but it is very costly and thus not affordable, means everybody can't able to buy it. So as the time passes, the scientists by the end of 19th century found a new technique to prepare a fiber known as rayon, which looks like silk. Means its property has its property attractive and it shines, but it's cheaper in cost. And students, this is the main feature of rayon, that it shines and looks attractive like silk, but cheaper in cost. Thus, it is affordable by every class of peoples. Next, how rayon is prepared. Rayon is prepared by chemical treatment of wood pulp, and thus we call it as semi-synthetic fiber, because the substance used for its preparation is wood pulp, which is a natural substance. Students, in industry, the wood pulp which contains the polymer cellulose is chemically converted into soluble compounds. Chemically converted means by the use of number of chemicals, it is converted into soluble compounds. Then this soluble compound is forcefully passed through spin rate. Spin rate is just like shower having very thin holes, and when forcefully this solution pass through it, it comes out in the form of a fiber. Then this fiber allowed to solidify, and thus in this way the rayon fibers are prepared. Next, the characteristics of rayon fiber. Clothes made from rayon fiber looks like silk, and the rayon clothes are cheaper than silk clothes. These are the features or properties or characteristics of the rayon fiber. And lastly, the uses of rayon. Rayon is used in textile industry to make clothes. It is also used in medical industry for making surgical dressings and bandages. It is mixed with wool and used to make carpets. It is mixed with cotton to make furnishings such as bed sheets, curtains, blankets, etc. Thank you.